Now let's get started and create an auto layout button first, or maybe some headings, just some spacing. So I'm going to give you first auto layout button. So let's press T for text and let's call it button. So this is going to be our button. I'm going to press, now this one is selected. I'm going to press Shift A. So now you can see it is a frame. It has auto layout, everything enabled on the right. You can see over here we have auto layout, everything, auto layout controls. And you can see we have a border around it. So you can see if we hover over here, it says 8 pixels padding at the top, and similarly 8 pixels from here, similarly 8 pixels from here. You can increase this space if you want to, but the problem is that there is no background color in it. So first we are going to click over here, fill, and now you can see we have a filled button. Let's fill a color like something like this, okay. So I am going to change the text color to white. Okay, so this is going to be my frame right now, and there are few settings over here. This is x-axis, y-axis. This is actually how the contents of this button are going to expand or contract or behave. Okay, so this is basically horizontal sizing and vertical sizing. We are not going to touch this one right now. We are more interested in these paddings right now. Okay, so just leave these on auto, and this is actually horizontal padding and this is vertical padding. You can see if I click or hover on this section, and you can see here we have both of them selected. Okay, so if I click over here, on the sides we have right and left. So if you want to control all different, you can control them like this. So this is left padding. Let's increase the left padding to 16. Let's use 24 over here. And on the right padding I'm going to use 24, and on top and bottom I'm going to use 12. And oops, something, I think I clicked something else. Frame, click on the frame, and 12. So this is our button. Let's put rounded corners over here, 16 pixels, and I'm going to use iOS 60%. This is corner smoothing if you don't know. Okay, so here is a basic button. Okay, so why auto layout? So you can see here we have different spacing. So number one reason is spacing. You can easily control spacing around it. You can easily control top, bottom paddings, right, left paddings. So this is very handy when you are designing a user interface. Second is that if I try to change the text of the button, it is going to expand. So the reason is this over here, hug and hug. So this is the basics. Okay, so so we have covered these paddings. Now we are going to cover this horizontal gap. Okay, so let's say I have this frame and then I have another one. So let's replicate this, command and command D. So now we have this frame. Let's call it btn1, and let's call it btn2. Okay, so we have now two buttons, and now what we're going to do is we're going to select both of them, both buttons. So now both of them have been selected, and again we are going to have nest them into another parent auto layout. So I'm going to hold and press Shift A. Again, now you can see this is our frame, and I'm going to call it container. So now you can see this container is actually containing these two buttons, that those were also auto layouts. So this container, and inside we have button 1 and button 2. Now if we click on the container, you can see we have this auto layout feature top to bottom. This is actually layout, how we are going to change the layout. So this is what I told you, that this is going to be the layout. So we are going to click over here and over here, and this is how it will change. Now this is how it will change the layout. So if we have 2 or 3 items, let's let's replicate this one again. So let's replicate this, and I'm going to press Ctrl or Command D to duplicate. Now you can easily see I'm going to shrink it a bit. So I'm going to press K and let's shrink it to 300. Okay, so this is a little better. I am going to select shift and select all of these and going to reduce the typeface size. Okay, so here we have the container, and this is basically to control the layout. So this is horizontal direction, this is vertical direction. Now the spacing between them, so this is actually the spacing between these elements, this is controlled over here. So if you have just single item in auto layout, it is not going to help you at all. So this is how I'm going to control. Let's say I'm going to have a 16 pixels spacing between this set of buttons. So like this, maybe I'm going to have like publish now, or let's call this save to draft. Okay, so now I'm going to change the color of this button to be a bit like this. Okay, and I'm keeping, let's keep this button to publish to WordPress. Okay, so these are the three sets of buttons, and although I am having two active buttons, still this is just to understand the concept. Okay, so keep the background white so you can easily see my tray button over here. Okay, so that's about the layout. Now this third option, this is actually wrap. This is very new option in Figma. It's called wrap, and wrap means that you can set the container, and you can, when you actually try to get a responsive view or try to squeeze the container, it is going to wrap up. Okay, so let me show you. So if we have this wrap up over here selected, and you can see this is align left where you want to align. So if I try to squeeze, you can see now, if I try to squeeze the width of this, so it is actually auto wrapping in this container. So this is useful when you are trying to create a responsive view or responsive button set, where when we have smaller screens, the button actually wrap like this. On bigger screens, they are going to be in this direction. So this is how you use this wrap over here. Now we have covered all these on this side. Let's try to go to this alignment now. Okay, so I'm switching back to this, and so for example, I have a bigger container, let's say this one. Now you can see, let's use like something like this. So now I have actually expanded my container. It happens sometimes we have a bigger container than what we have inside the contents. Okay, so now this is actually where is going to be your content. So this is actually the alignment of the content. So right now you can see these are three buttons that are aligned on the left and in the middle of this whole container. Okay, so if I try to select top, it is going to be stick to top, bottom, bottom, middle, top, right. This is going to be in the middle, center of everything, layout, horizontal and other centers. So this is the whole auto layout scenario. So let's try to complicate things and move on to the next lesson, where we are going to add more things to this container. So let's move on to that.